Testing. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we got it. We got it. Okay, I've got the Connect running. I've got my YouTube server running. And now we need to get to Connect for Windows. This is just for posterity. This is all of the software that is on the box. It's literally all Microsoft Windows with OBS Studio and the Connect drivers. That's it. I can't think if I put anything else on here. It's escaping me at the moment, but it's not. It wouldn't be for this particular activity. Okay, Connect for Windows, D to D. Where are you? D to D. So, do I shut this one off and leave this one on? That's what I'm going with. I'm still broadcasting. Still got sound. Good. We're going to go here. I should probably try to... Okay. So you didn't watch the video. I kicked the chair there, so they're not doing that. Testing 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're good. Oh, damn it. Oh, that one was probably them. Let's get... I know this is a dumb time to be broadcasting because the World Cup is on, but I posted a time. I'm trying to keep my commitments. They're clearly lighting that one up. Go ahead, do it again. I'm gonna hit this. Boom. Okay. That lit up everything but this bad boy. I'm not sure. That one was the one that they've had the most success with. What I want you to do here is okay, we need to actually, you know what, I'm going to do the mirror test first. Phenomenon. I do this every week, but this might bring out somebody that's seated in the chair, but let's see what we can do. Yep, that brought somebody out. Look at this guy running around. He's over there, he's over here, he's a kid. The two of them are duking it out now. Go ahead, fight. Right on. I wasn't even expecting this today. Look at him go. Wow. I won't give him my left arm, but it's still tracking it. Get him. Get him, go on. Fight. Don't fight me, fight him. Stupid, he's beating on you. You're going to take that from him? Hit him. Yeah, I'll force you in the ring. Hit him. Yeah, smack him. Wow. They're all over the place. place because my left hand, which isn't even on the screen, I could feel a ton of activity. It's squeezing me and all kinds of stuff. All right, so he's gone. Let's just do the. Oh, damn it! I can't do the mirror test with that damn phone sitting there. Anyway, let's try it. Come on, damn it, stay. I need you to stay. There we go. Damn it. There we go. There we go. He runs the second I show him. I don't have enough of a view of the mirror with the Jedasoft screen up there for that to work, but I'll do that afterwards if I remember. Let me just get this guy lighting stuff up here. Okay. I didn't even have to leave him instructions. He just started up right away. He knows exactly what to do. Okay, now what I want you to do is light up two of them. So strike that one and then strike another ball. Now, let me move this one back. Okay, come on, you can do it. Get two. Hang on, let me testing. Okay, good. I don't feel like I'm not at all compelled to. Which one are you trying to light up? You trying to light up this one? Okay, I set up those two. I just reoriented them a bit. And you see, I can't get too close because you see they're duking it out now. The two of them are fighting each other. It's got nothing to do with me. The guy in the chair is hitting me despite the fact that I'm not even moving. But yeah, he's battling it out with the guy that's on me. I could feel what he's doing. I mean, on this hand right here, I could feel a lot of pressure, but nothing that's going on over here. I don't feel any of that. You could see my left hand, the stick figure is moving, and so he's squeezing me either with this part of his body or that part of his body, but either way. Let's see what happens if I stand up. Testing. I think he's blown through all of his energy and we're not going to get anything else out of him for a while. Look, what you need to do now is stop. Yeah, no, just stop. You need to wait a minute and wait for your energy to pick up. Hell, you know what? I just realized I forgot to turn the Wi-Fi on. Let me see if I can do it without kicking this guy out of the chair. I sure cannot. I'm sure that just made things much worse. Okay, so I'm going to look at this. We're going to look at the tree, the chair. All right, what the? You see how much activity we got on that chair, but we don't have a full body. There, we got it for a split second. Okay, Microsoft needs to find certain. Come on, what is this? There you go. And we got a contestant over there on the closet. Ooh, hee. Oh, yeah, you're gone. So that's the activity we got on there right now. We're gonna move that. Push it on up. What now? Oh, no, we got activity. He got the ball. Good for him. Well done. Now get another ball while that one's blinking. I did today. What I was able to achieve was two things. I was able to tell them. Which balls they hit. I just narrowed it down. I said I want you to hit one of the balls on the strings, and then I want you to hit any other ball so you can get two of them illuminated. Well, he got this ball and this ball one right after the other, maybe 2 seconds apart. which was the first time he's been able to achieve a double on command. All right, let's put these guys back in. Okay. Any little more? Nope. Okay, I'm not giving him credit for the middle ball. I'm assuming that I set that off. If I'm in contact with the chair, then I'm not going to buy into giving anybody else any credit for illuminating or triggering the ball. I just have to assume it was me. Go after one of these three balls first. If striking them or kicking them doesn't work, try going right through it. So instead of, hitting it like that, you start from here, you end up here. So it's like, or kick it the same way. Go right through it. Okay, light up one of the balls on the string, one of those three balls. Okay, and then after you light one up, light up any other ball. I want to see you get two balls illuminated simultaneously. Impress me. The reason why I don't, this is such a challenge, is because, like, I've given them instructions in the past. Like, I've told them to, turn a fan on, for example, a ceiling fan. And they were able to do it because they copied the infrared signal from the remote to the fan, and they could turn it on and off whenever they want. They didn't need the remote. They didn't need a switch. They were able to do it themselves, which means they have to be able to see infrared. Okay, now if I make the fan a two-step process, in other words, if I make it so there's a wall switch to give the fan power, and then there's a remote to toggle it on and off. It's a two-step process. If I explain to them that process, saying you have to hit this switch first and then hit the remote, hit it with the beam. If I do that, uh, they have never, not one single time in nearly, in over 5 years, not one single instance where they were able to achieve or fulfill a request that required more than one step. So if I tell them to turn the fan on, they can do that. But if I tell them to turn it on, you have to hit the switch first and then hit it with the beam. Oh no, not one time did they achieve that. Now flipping the switch, it does require a fair amount of energy as opposed to the infrared beam. No, I don't think you're striking it hard enough. It's got to be more deliberate. Fast. Okay? The ball has to feel contact in order to be triggered. got somebody going after that middle ball on the chair itself. They're going after. It looks like I'm just going by the Jedasoft screen. That's a lot of consistent activity on one specific ball. But whatever it's doing, it's failing, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it's tracking on the Jedasoft screen. If that's a different guy, or if that's the same guy that's on the chair. I would lean towards it's the same guy on the chair. Okay, so I'm going to give this guy 10 minutes. It's 1. I think it's 5-2. When it hits the hour, I'll uh, I'll reorient at 55, and I'll change the guy out at on the hour if he's not able to get. I want him to. At this point, I just want to see him illuminate one other different ball. Any ball that's not the third one on the string there on the far right. That's the one they've set that off multiple times in this broadcast, and I want them to set off at least 2 balls for every recording. I really don't quit until they come up with the second strike. What's going on, buddy? I see you trying, but you are failing. Wow, it's amazing. I just basically took my left leg off the screen, and then I'll put my hand under the left leg so it'll interact. And the amount of pressure they're putting on my hands is amazing. I mean, just absolutely amazing. This, what I'm feeling would not take even a minute to have somebody else come along and be calibrated. Most of the time when I bring somebody new and I have them make physical contact with one of the entities, most of the time they can't feel it, sometimes at all, and other times it can take 5 or 10 minutes, and so they know what they're feeling for. It is very subtle. A handshake is contact, skin on skin, and then pressure. Okay, what this feels like is just the pressure. There's almost no contact. If you feel any contact, like something actually touched you, not just a magnetic field and being in the middle of it. Um, Sorry, it's just amazing to me. I've never tried doing this before. I've always just tried to interact with my left hand with my right by throwing my left hand behind my back. And I am feeling quite a bit of pressure right here. But I think I would rather. Oh yeah, right there is kind of the sweet spot. No, I lost it. I need that on top. Okay, so right there is the sweet spot. Right, like that's a lot of pressure. That's almost the most I've ever felt. The first time I felt that, I just held my hand out underneath it and I told them to press down on my hand and on the screen. I was going, and it wasn't violent. Uh, it was slowly at about that speed, but it was with the force of an adult. It was just, needless to say, I was amazed. Not so much anymore because they won't go away. There's a tremendous amount of activity on that Jedasoft screen. And I don't believe any of it is coming from the mirror. I can't really tell from this distance. I can't really tell from this distance what's going on in the mirror on the Jedasoft screen. Look, buddy, you're blowing this, okay? I see you trying, but you can't do that. You're just going to waste energy that way and make it take even longer, okay? What you have to do is wait a minute, rest, let your energy build up, okay, and then attempt it. So right now, I just want you to stop, okay? No, I need you to stay still. Let's see if you can follow that command. No, he's still hammering away. But my experience has been most times when I issue a command, I don't get the desired result for about 60 seconds. Well, look at that. You see my foot on the Jedasoft screen? Right, I move it away, and now I'm going to just slide my foot under the Jedasoft screen. And it finds the activity on my foot there. So I couldn't be happier with the Jedasoft Go Step. Okay, well, I think I'm going to move this guy out. I can't. My vision is poor. I can't read the screen. Look, you got to go. I appreciate you got the one, but you didn't get two. Okay, and I tell you what, I'll give you one more chance. We'll reorient this ball. And we're going to reorient this ball. bust these balls out by striking it. I got a lot of good balls, so I clearly have to replace the ball on the far right on the chair where he's. I see you did that, but I was touching the chair at the time, buddy. So, even though I know you did it, you're going to have to do it again to get credit for it. All right, well, we didn't get this one again. This ball might be a dud. We're going to put that there. That ball used to, damn it. All right, that's all right. We got a new contestant anyway. Need one more. Okay, we got a new contestant up. It looks like he got that middle ball. Good for you, buddy. Okay, I can't give you credit for it because I didn't see you actually trigger it. I don't know if I was touching the chair at the time or not. So you're going to need to light that ball up again for me to give you credit for it. Once you get it lit, try lighting up one of the other balls. Yeah, he's hammering away at this far ball here. Okay, we reoriented those two balls. Now you're hammering away at a ball that's lit up. You have to wait for the light to shut off first before you strike it. Otherwise, how do we know you did it? You are hammering away at that far ball and you're not getting it. I don't think that's your fault. Let's put it in a position. There is no correlation between a position that's effective when I strike the chair and one that they're able to illuminate. They got it. No, he didn't. He's just hammering away there. He's not getting it. After this, I'm going to try some boxing. I'm going to use the Faraday fabric, and I'm going to see if I can get these two guys to duke it out on screen for a while. That'll be an interesting addition to this. Yeah, he's not getting his ball no matter what we do. Let's do it that way and see what happens. Okay, well, he's clearly going after the ball because I moved the ball over to the left and he's still on top. There you go. That's the kind of strike you need. That's the kind of strike you need. those two and see what we can get. You have to wait. Wait. Wait for the lights to shut off first before you start striking the ball. Otherwise, we don't know you hit it. He's really just hammering away at this stuff and he can't get it. I'm just the ball on the far right. They've had success with this morning. That's what he's hitting with his left hand, right? And you can see how hard he's striking it. But it's too much activity. You waste a ton of energy by doing that. You're better off waiting and trying to strike it one time, maybe twice. With these balls, you're trying to go right through it. So you start from here and you end up here. Strike, fast strikes. You keep tapping like that, and I can just tell you, you're wasting your energy. It's going to make it so it's impossible for you to trigger these balls. That was me. And that was triggered by the very smallest of contact. Okay, we recalibrated, reoriented those two balls. Oh, that didn't work. Hey, there you go. You got the one on the left. Holy hell. No, you didn't get the one on the right. That was me. Come on, get another one. All right, well, we've gotten two. Even though he hasn't achieved two simultaneously, the fact that that was me. Yeah, that was me. I hit the chair with the wire. That's how sensitive that ball is. I mean, they should be able to. Oh, they're triggering it now. Oh, no, they're not. I don't know that I've ever seen this much activity by one of our participants here in that chair. But since we got a positive result, he's gotten two chairs. I mean, I'm just going to keep working on. Most of the time, I think what's going to happen is right when I put him in the chair, no, he got it again. Good for you. Now get another one. Come on, hit these. Get two in a row. Lit up simultaneously. Come on, you can do it. You got this. Come on. Yeah, you're wasting too much energy on the tappa. And you're hitting the same ball over and over again. right, so we'll do some Faraday fabric hide and seek. Okay, and then I'm going to try to get him to duke it out using the Faraday fabric, and then that's it. I'm done. Hopefully he'll trigger another ball or two. Okay, we're going to be playing hide and seek. Okay, you ready? Okay, go ahead, find me. Hey, hey, come over here. Hey, come over here. I'm over here. Come here. There you go. You got it. You found me. Okay. Hey, psst, over here. Other side, man. Come over here. Hey, hey, other side. There you go. You got it. Dummy. How about now? I'm on this side again. Hey, I'm here. I am here. Look at me. Hey, hey, come over here. Hello. You see me now? There you go, dummy. Okay, this guy isn't very good. I'm not gonna lie. He was on the dumber side. He's not as good as the guy from last week. That's for sure. Or maybe that was the week before. All right, I'm gonna scrape this guy off, and I'm gonna see if I can make him duke it out with the guy on the chair. today. He's got that middle ball going again, but I can't give him credit for that. And you got to strike it starting from death. It's got to be not illuminated. And the only ball I want to replace is the far right ball, but he's triggered that this morning, so I don't really have the desire to reorient the ball that they've already illuminated once. I don't have to reorient any of the balls in the string. I know all of those are good. All of them have been triggered by the entities. No, down, stay. Okay, we got a full figure on the Jedasoft screen, albeit flickering. Wow, a lot of activity on that Jedasoft screen with the full stick figure. It's amazing. I'm not used to seeing that activity correlating with the Microsoft screen like that. All right, well, what time do we got? 2:21. So I'll give this guy another 5 minutes, then I'm going to call it a day. Wow, look at that activity on the Jedasoft screen. It's a lot. And it's not just random activity, all of the activity is connected to a ball. It's a lot of energy they got. I mean, the Jedasoft screen requires more energy to display that than the Microsoft system has. I mean, don't have the same space constraints on the console at Microsoft. Okay, what time we got? 2:23. Okay, I'm gonna come over here. Oh, okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put my leg on the screen for Jedasoft. Okay, so there's my leg. Okay, so actually I'll put both legs there. So they're both on the screen right now, and I'm just trying to see if we see them striking. He's really violently going after these balls, but he's not succeeding. I can't move the ball on the far left. That's the one he's been able to trigger, so that's got to stay at the same orientation. The one next to it, who the hell knows what the deal is with this one? I don't have any qualms about reorienting it because we haven't gotten that ball lit all day. No, you gotta wait for it to shut off first before you strike the ball. Otherwise, we don't know you hit it. It just looks like I hit it. Now hit it. I have to tell him every time, hey, if the ball's lit, don't touch it. What the? All right, so let's stand up and come over here and see what happens. I'm gonna leave him off the screen for now. Let's see what happens if we leave him off the screen. Let's see what happens with Jedasoft. Wow. That is a sustained. It looks like he's dancing over there on the Jedasoft screen. You're failing. You know that? I mean, I just feel like it's incumbent upon me to inform you that you're not very good at your job. That was me. Hell, look at that. All right, I'm only going to give 2 minutes, then we're done. It's like, okay, light them up or don't. There's plenty of activity there for Jedasoft to. Let me move over here. I want to get away from the mirror to make sure. No, it's definitely not. It's not finding me over there at that chair, that's for sure. Wow. Yeah, that's probably the most sustained activity I've ever seen on the Jedasoft screen with a full figure. That's pretty impressive. Look, you're failing here. Let me show you how easy this is. See that? All I did was hit that, and I lit up every single ball. Try hitting the chair. Try hitting this string. That'll light up multiple balls. But I would say go after these balls first. The balls on the string, go after those first. Okay, so now they've taken those instructions, they followed it faster than I would have anticipated. That was almost instantaneous. Now they're going after the balls on the string, and they're failing. a little, oh, wait, they got that one, but I'm sure that that was triggered because of me. I don't believe that they did that. Or maybe they did. I don't know. I'll have to go back and watch that video, but I can't give them credit for that middle ball. I mean, if I'm in contact with the chair. Okay, there it is again. It's got a ridiculous amount of activity there. I don't know why Microsoft can't do this. I'm guessing it's not finding two eyes and a mouth, so it can't even begin to track it. But it hasn't even found a heat signature on the thermal display in the upper right. Right, there's a blue figure. There's nothing else in the seat. Try hitting the string right here. See, it lights up two balls. Or hit that one. It lights up three. Okay, your turn. You can do this. Well, maybe you can't. We're out of energy for today, I think. We're going to have to call it. So, we're going to again get more specific next week, and we'll try to have them trigger various balls. Really, once they've triggered off the balls on the string, I might be better served just leaving those three there, and that's it. Or maybe adding a fourth to the top row. I'm providing them with too many options, I think. Anyway, the email address is, if you've got any tests that you want me to run, I will have some new tests being run in August. I'm going to get a temperature gun so we could figure out what the thermal display is really telling us. Okay, well, that's it. I'm calling it. We're done. Afterlife Science and Technology at Gmail. To tell me what tests you want me to run or what technology you want me to test.